Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Woo. Where is everyone actually? Where is chat? Chat, you are on that screen. I'm going to put you on this screen. There we go. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? I really got to fix this camera. Why are you doing this? Let's fiddle with the camera. Let me screw everything up by moving the camera. Move you over here. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate, pivot. There. There we go. Are we good there? Are we good there? Yeah, we're good there. We're good there. There we go. Close enough. It's a little, is it tilted? I don't know. It's level with the window. It's kind of hard to get it perfectly like good enough, good enough, good enough. It's Friday. Yeah. How's everyone doing today? What's everyone been up to? I have been editing all morning because if you're wondering what tomorrow's video is, don't knock the camera. This has tap in it now. So that's what I was doing all day yesterday and then editing this morning. Hopefully the video will be out tomorrow. It's looking like a 20+ minute video. I'm gonna try and edit it down, but we'll see. It was originally like first edit was like 30 minutes. That's a little too long. It's not worth it. Gotta shorten it. Gotta get that ADD YouTube short minds watching stuff now. It's a little bright. I don't think I can easily fix that without going into the settings. Is what it is. I can adjust these. 1 second. Drop that one a bit. That one a bit. There we go. How's that? How's that? There we go. That's a lot. It's Big Papa Joey P. You don't know Big Papa Joey P? It's Big Papa Joey P. It's my trident. It's way too big. Don't build a 350 trident, kids. It's too big. The toolhead look crooked? I hope not. I haven't actually printed with this yet. So the plan today, we got a few things. First off, hey, do you like filament? I like filament. I use it where my job. If you want to get more filament yourself, you can go buy some, like a normal human. But if you want to win some, every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the description. Go enter for your chance for that. What else? The RatRig stuff showed up. The rest of the RatRig kit showed up. We'll probably unbox that once I get my desk cleaned off and we actually have room to do it. So we'll get to that. But first, I think what we're going to do is start off by getting a print going because it is Print and Chill Friday. So I've got Voron Tap installed on here. I've got the toolhead installed. But this actually isn't done yet because I did the video on how to install tap and the basics of tap and whatnot. I didn't do anything about clockwork because this now has clockwork in it. Clockwork 2. So this is actually, to date, the very first up-to-date stock Stealthburner I've built. No, it doesn't have LEDs in it. I didn't put those in. But this is like the very first time I've actually put together a Clockwork 2. So I'm hoping I did it right. I guess I should probably like set it up and we should try and print something. Also, I figure, you know what, we'll get the new PrusaSlicer downloaded and give those organic supports a test. So that corner looks, it's gonna go back in the corner. I've got no room to put anything on this bench right now. It's gonna go back in the corner so I can actually work on stuff. Oh, I gotta CNC that. I'll be CNCing it tomorrow. I got for the mid panel, I got this sheet of ABS. I'm just gonna CNC it. But right now in my garage, let me see right now. Let me see how warm is my garage right now. I was hoping to do it tomorrow. I should have did it yesterday. Currently in my garage, it is -10 Celsius. Yeah. So hopefully, are duets cold weather rated? Is a Duet 2 cold weather rated? -50. It's a little warmer in the garage. The garage is attached to the house. So you need a shovel for the basement to make room. Well, the XL is a future Taylor problem. We'll worry about it when we get to it. Not today, but one day. There we go. So yeah, so this is online. We got tap working. Let me actually like open something up so I can control this. Printers, Big Papa Joey P. Home all. Ooh. Look at it go. Do the thing, do the thing. Oh, no, wrong. Oh. I think this one, this tap I think is better, like, this is more rigid than this one. I got a feeling I didn't tighten something properly in here. So I'm getting better results with this tap than I am with that tap. This is a, if you remember correctly, this build is a Physek build. This is built with a Physek kit. Other than that, it's like stock. So. -25 in auto. Yeah, it's cold. Standalone wired sensor, the PCB. I'm running, okay, so full disclosure, both of these running tap are built with the LDO kit with the V2.1 revision board. That is the bad PCB. That's the one that has the issue. However, both these machines have spiders as the controller board. That's a Spider 1.0, a Spider V1.1, I believe. And all I did was I just jumpered it to 5 volt. So I'm feeding both of these 5 volt from the Spider controller board, and they're both working. I highly recommend that you wait till the revision of the boards come out, or you do the fixes that they list, and I cover that in the video. But I just kind of YOLO'd it, and it's okay in my case. So yeah, but again, it's getting the voltage from the controller board, which is feeding it 5 volt. So I don't know. I think the whole shorting thing is really situation, or the popping of the, is it a MOSFET or something pops, is really dependent on your specific, like, I don't know. It's I've been okay. I'm just gonna let it fly, let it run. But speaking of letting it run, I gotta update my extruder, because my extruder is wrong, because we have Clockwork 2 and I had a Clockwork 1, so I gotta update that. Connected to Octopus, I left it at 24, put the resistor in, no response from the sensor ever. That sucks. I'm make sure you wired it up correctly. Make sure you read up to 24, or the voltage, because it's what? It's voltage, signal, ground, top to bottom, I believe. So, but I don't, both of mine are working, so and instructions, macros. That's the LEDs. Firmware. Is there? Okay, I got that downloaded. Where is the downloads? That's tap. That's Stealthburner. Does it list the E-steps on here? Complete. Okay, I don't have that. I don't have that. Oh, we got to rerun the 80XL on here too. Where? Calibration, okay. Where's my E-steps? Where's the E-steps? CAD, firmware. Oh, there's LEDs. Where's my extruder? Change the ratio. What is the ratio? Printer. Anyone know what the ratio is? I've never set up a CW2. I'm surprised it's not in the manual, unless I missed it. Ratio. Where is ratio? Ratio, gear ratio, okay. 50 to 10, 50 to 10, okay. Rotation distance is gonna depend. on your proper calibration. Okay, so 22.678 is the gear ratio. Okay, cool. Actually, oh wait, I think I know where it's at. Stealthburner, born design, V2. I want to set it right to default. Firmware, clipper config, octopus. Go down to extruder. Okay, where's extruder? Okay, there you go. E steps. There we go. Rotation distance. So we'll go set this right to default. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it's 50-10. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, Stealthburner, Clockwork 2. There we go. 50-10. Okay, cool. Save, restart. Rotation distance is better to tune with flow. I've always tuned rotation distance. We got to feed this thing some filament. What are we going to feed it? What are we going to feed it? I've got some delicious Polymaker PLA Pro right here. I also have green. I got to go through all this stuff. I've got so much random filament I got to sort out. What color? Yeah, let's. Oh, wait, is that ABS? No, that's ASA. I don't want to do ASA. I want to do PLA. Yeah, we'll do the Polymaker. $60 Paul Flex. No, not that. No. The wall of filament. The wall of filament is kind of a mess, and oh yeah, I don't have the top plate on this. Okay, yeah, whatever. I gotta move this. I don't like where that's at. I gotta move that. Where are my Allen keys? I really gotta clean my desk off right now. It is a disaster here. Are you the right Allen key for this? You are. Come with me. Am I on the right screen? Yeah, I'm on the right screen. There we go. Okay, cool. So you're going to go over here now. Once I get these out. I sound clogged. Oh, I'm good. There we go. I think it's just these headphones. Because these headphones plug my ears more, I think I you know, like when you plug your nose you sound different when you put your, like, I think it's just my ears. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I sound different because I don't have my, one second here, because I was recording a video. There we go. I put that back to normal. I had my audio settings a little different. That camera is making you nervous. What camera? Oh, yeah, I should probably put this away. I had to pull some footage off of it. So if you're wondering what I use for videos, one of these days I got to do like a studio tour, room tour. But this is the camera I use for recording the videos. This cable is because I just take my receiver for the lav and I clip it on top and plug it in. But it's a Sony A6400. I got the lens works, but I don't like it because the autofocus on it is horrendous. It's super jittery and slow, and it's like, it's jumpy AF. It's on a Sony lens, right? It's a Tamron lens. I bought it. I can't remember. I think I bought it originally for this camera, and then I switched this one that you're seeing now is Sigma 16 on an A6300, and I put the 24mm on here. And I like the glass better than the kit lens that came with it. That's like a 16-50, but the autofocus sucks, and I keep forgetting to like manually focus. So I'll record a whole thing with it autofocusing, and it just does the and I have to like stabilize the foot. It's a pain in the ass. So I might swap the lens out, but because Sony lenses are really good with the autofocus, but it's pricey. I've got a battery pack on the side that lets me use the NP F550 style batteries, so it more juice in the tank, so I don't have to swap out the batteries as much. And I use it on a tripod all the time anyway, so it's mounted on a tripod. I do kind of want to get a monitor for it too, because right now, like when I focus everything, I got to use the little built-in screen, and it's kind of annoying. But it works good enough for now. I did change the focus speed. That's the problem. It is set for fast focus. The problem is it's still very, the sound was better before. Marcel, this is how it's always sounded. I just turned it off. You're in a closet. Well, here, you know what? I'll just turn it right off. There we go. There you go. So this is pretty much no fancy audio settings. I used to run it like this. What it was a minute ago is how I usually ran it. I also bumped my audio levels up a bit. Just because I was... Actually, 1 second. Oh, I'm peaking. That's why I'm doing it. I'm peaking. I'm peaking. There we go. My compressor off? Did I turn the compressor off? Whatever. Close enough. Close enough. I don't know. I don't know shit about audio settings, and I bet half the people in the audience don't either, and I'm not going to listen to 50 different people tell me 50 different ways of doing something. So I'm just going to leave it the way it's always been, and we're just going to roll with it, because nobody complains about anything until I change something. So if I leave it original, if I never change it, nobody complains. The only reason I even changed it just then was because of the video. I got annoyed with the fact that when I record a video on the camera, the audio is different than when I record clips from the computer when I'm doing like config stuff. So I just turned it off so that it would pair up better. There we go. There we go. Okay. That works. I'll put the rest on later. Sounds like I got a cold. Cool. I do. That's the funny part. There, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna listen to myself, and I'm happy with the way I sound. I'm gonna leave it. Let's see here. So let me turn the music off. 1 second. And now you're gonna hear, well, I'm just gonna mute desktop audio. And now I'm gonna listen to myself talking, and I'm gonna see how I sound. So let's see here. Okay. I sound fine. I sound fine. So let's see here. I sound fine. Pretty much 90% of people complain about audio issues that people bring up to me on the about my stream or my videos is pretty much completely situational on the person. The vast, like you wear like headphones or something, or you're on desktop speakers or something. Like something's weird with your setup. So pretty much anytime somebody says they have a problem with the audio, and I ask the chat, pretty much everyone goes, "Oh no, it's fine." So. Okay, so I have no idea which way this extruder is spinning. I should probably home the machine too. Also, do you know what really sucked? Do you want me to? Here, I'll bump the bass up a bit. There, I bumped the bass up a bit. What really sucked is I put this all together. I got everything ready. And then I rebuilt the whole thing, and then I found I had a broken wire. I had one broken wire in the X drag chain, so I had to like fish a new wire through the whole thing, and it was super annoying. You sound muffled on my speakers that came with my Windows 98 machine. If I sound okay through these, and this is through Bluetooth, I'm fine. Okay, let's heat this thing up and get some filament flowing. It's the clipping. It shouldn't be. I have a compressor on. I don't know anything about any settings with this stuff, so this is my compressor settings. If anyone has recommendations for compressor settings that like are better, let me know. Printing upside down to avoid oozing. What do you mean oozing? What do you mean oozing? For like, what do you mean oozing? Time to suggest software updates for hardware problems. Yeah, what do you mean oozing? Oh, 150 psi. I'm a fan of 90. 100's a little too much for some hardware. Like grab. Oh, you're thinking. Oh, no, it won't do anything because gravity has at the size of the particles of filament and like what would dribble out of a hot end. You're actually it's surface tension and like expansion. Like when you stop extruding filament and it oozes out, that's not gravity pulling it out. That's back pressure. So back pressure, surface tension, because filament sticks to filament when it's molten, just the stickiness of it. That has a much greater force on stringing and oozing on a print than gravity does. It's not gravity that causes filament to like when you're printing. Okay, let's see. Does filament come out of this? Let's extrude 5 millimeters of filament and see which way it goes. Okay, it's going the right way. Let's extrude 50 millimeters at. Ah! Look! It's working! Did you see? Did you see? Okay, so now we need to print something. What are we gonna print? What are we gonna print? It's still oozed out and got, yeah, it's still like, you're not gonna not ooze. So let's get, where is PrusaSlicer? Where's PrusaSlicer? Let's pull up Prusa's Twitter. They got a link to it, I think. PrusaSlicer Alpha. I normally don't play with alphas, but I figure why not today. Download. Okay, show in folder, extract, all. So I want to print something to test organic supports, because that's like the new thing now, right? Organic supports, that's kind of the hot thing right now. Is that what we all want to play with, organics? Print the hex mid panel. Now I'm going to machine it. There we go. Okay. Import. Okay. So we got the new PrusaSlicer. Do I have any profiles on here? I do. I got some. Okay. I don't have Tallboy. Oh, this is old. Okay, let me export Super Slicer. Let me export a profile. Printer settings. How do you export a profile? So we got Trident, RatRig PLA, which works really good, I find. And I want to do my normal V2.0. So file, export config bundle. Is that it? Desktop. Save. Okay. File import config. Oh no, config bundle. File import config bundle. Desktop. Okay. There we go. Cool. There we go. Okay, so we got my trident. Woo! Input value out of range. Cool. No idea what that is. Undefined. Cool. So we got a 0.4 nozzle, 0.6 retraction, custom G codes fine. Sure. What is out of range? What is out of range? I don't know what's out of range. Oh, I know there's some bugs. I know. I know. But it's easier than completely running one from scratch, I believe. So there's my normal speed, support material. Okay, we need to print something. What are we gonna print? What are we gonna print? Let's see here. What are we gonna print? Oh, G-code flavor and PrusaSlicer. Well, in PrusaSlicer, 1 second here. Marlin is usually what I do. Yeah. Yeah, usually I believe it's Marlin you want. Input value out of range. I don't know which one that is. G-code thumbnail. Alright, whatever. Just print a benchy. I don't want to print just a benchy. I don't want to print just a benchy. Chelsea got any models? So these are multicolor models. Ooh, there we go. Let's do Puchita. Let's try Puchita. I gotta log it. One ticket here. 8.6. There we go. Did you see the Voron cube with the tiny benchy on the bridge? I did not. Okay. Show folder. Extract all. Extract all. Those M&Ms with the stilettos. Oh God, are you a Fox News viewer? Don't tell me you watch Tucker. Ugh. Okay. So obviously, relative extruder requires addressing. Okay. To layer G code. So something in the extruder. One. And what was the other thing it was angry about? Invalid data. Why are you giving me invalid data errors? Print it nose down. I think this is already going to be kind of a support everywhere. So relative extruder requires addressing. Okay, relative extruder address requires resetting the extruder position at each layer to prevent loss. Add G92E0 to layer G code. Okay, but it's locked. I can't edit it. G92E0. Okay. Is that what it was angry about? Okay, cool. So perimeter. So we'll do 3, 4, 4, Support material. There we go. Okay, so support style organic. And we're gonna leave everything pretty much standard. Slice now. And see how this comes up. Oh, you can't export it as a PrusaSlicer config? Okay, well, too late now. Oh, extrusion's relevant. Oh, I see. Okay, 1 second here. Let me, oh, toolpath outside area. What? Where are you going? Oh, this is, okay, 1 second here. What's going on here? Okay, let's just go to a known working one. Okay, we're just gonna update the sizes here. No, out of range. What is out of range? What is going on here? I think I really borked this now. Okay, 1 second here. Is there a way to delete all the configs? Delete this preset. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, 1 second, discard. Discard. Okay, 1 second here. File, export, config bundle, export to Prusa config. Okay, there we go. So desktop, so there's the config. Okay, cool. So, PrusaSlicer alpha, format C. All right, whatever. Is there a way? Move presets. Okay, here you go. Don't install. Okay. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, it's just Prusas. No, I want to delete all my settings. Okay, well, import config, desktop, config. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now we got the Trident one. Okay. Import Puchita. There we go. Okay, now it's not angry. Okay, so 20% infill. Print settings. We want 3 walls, 4 top, 4 bottom. Support material. We want organic. And slice. Let's see what we get. They have all the Vorons. There actually is default configs for Vorons in PrusaSlicer, along with a lot of other printers, actually. So, there we go. Oh, wow, that looks a lot better than traditional. So, a lot of people, I don't know why people are like, yay Twitter. A lot of people seem to think that organic supports are just tree supports. They're not. The way it's generated is less wasteful, I guess. How would you say it? Tree supports kind of are like a mass. Like they just go bleh. Where organic supports are a lot more directed, a lot more like precise. Why am I so, oh, I'm so little because I forgot I was editing. There we go. Make me bigger. So there we go. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. And that's 4 hours. There we go. Save. Like it's organic supports are, I guess, smarter would be like a way of saying it. Upload and print. Prints. Puchita. Can I show what tree support? Yeah. Actually, no. PrusaSlicer doesn't have tree supports. It just has snug, organic, and normal supports. PrusaSlicer basically skipped tree supports. I've done it on the Bambu, or no, I didn't do it on the Bambu. I sliced that same model, where is it? This guy. Okay. I think I did it on a live stream. I can't remember. Remember I printed this? This was the organic support model, like test demo file. I printed this, and then I sliced it on the Bambu with just tree supports, and there was a hell of a lot more support. Like, way too much support. That was the problem. Let's see the mesh. Oh, yeah, let's do the mesh. Emergency stop. Firmware restart. Firmware restart. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot smarter in its generation. If tree supports are like the first iteration of that style support, organic is like the next evolution of it. It's a lot more, there's a lot more going on with them, and a lot less, which is good. You're wasting less filament. Okay, so that's that. Let's Z-tilt. And yes, I know this one lead screw kind of wobbles a little bit. Blame Fizek. There are new tree supports in Cura from Christmas Eve. Yeah, but who uses Cura? I got grid, snug, and organic. Where's tree? I got grid, snug, and organic. This is the beta for their new release. I'm assuming it's because they're not even going to bother with tree supports once they have organic baked in. Okay, so there's that. Home XYZ. Organic is not tree. They're similar, but they're not tree. They are a different style of support. They look similar, but they're like a different way of generating. Okay, height map. Clear. Calibrate. Calibrate. I think I have it set for 8x8 on here. So we gotta let that do it. Splitting hairs. Trees are organic, but yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I know somebody was like saying somebody's like, oh, it has trees. I'm like, no, because they're going right to organic. Why would they, if they're working on something better, why would they implement the lesser of it? Let's try it, looks clean. This is a stock trident too. Like there is nothing on this that is not stock. This is literally everything on here is stock. The only non-stock thing is it's got a switch wire spool holder. Everything else is stock on here. Guy who devs tree supports 3 years to do it. Yeah, they're more efficient, that's for sure, because the traditional supports are so wasteful. They're so wasteful. What's the build size? 350 by 350 by 245, because I built this like on the very first revision of Trident, and there was a few small changes that were made just after I printed all the parts that I just said screw it. So I'm missing 5mm of Z travel, and my my tensioners are the older style where the screw's in the middle. It's not in line with the belt path. It's not really an issue I found, but for printing CF nylon on 2.4, yeah, use a hardened nozzle. That's pretty much it. Hardened nozzle. You might want to put glue stick on the bed. Other than that, print at the recommended speeds and feeds of the manufacturer. Did I miss somebody becoming a member? Did somebody become a member? Ballot. Right at the beginning of the stream. Sorry, I missed that. Thank you for becoming a member. Stock, Stealthburner, Tap. Yeah. Well, Stealthburner and Tap, to be fair, are Voron things. Like, they're stock. But yeah, this is a big boy. This is as tall as my 300 V2. And it's only got 245 in the Z. Because remember, like, this isn't print volume, and this isn't print volume. So only this is the print volume. How are the CNC? They're holding up fine so far. Like, I don't know, nothing's loose. Eh. Oh shoot, I gotta rerun input shaper on this too at some point. BXN gifted 1 community membership. Cheers. XL is gonna. Oh, I know. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I love this though. I put this tweet out today. By the way, Twitter's like video compression is shit. So this is the fun thing you could do with Tap, because it uses your nozzle. You can just kind of throw whatever you want on the bed and use that as your bed surface. So if you want to, print on carbon fiber or print on anything, you could just do it. It doesn't care. And I made the joke, I'm like, disregard flex plate, return to mirror, and people are like, why would you do that? Why would I'm like, dude, it's a joke. It's like, why not? It make funny. Am I printing PIF? I haven't printed PIF since the 2.1 days. The internet doesn't get jokes. I know. They're complicated. So one of the cool things with Tap is, because now your nozzle, and I cover this in the video tomorrow, because your nozzle is now the probe, you don't have to worry about offsets anymore. So normally on like a traditional V2 setup, you can't probe the back of your bed, or you can't probe the front of your bed, right? Because your nozzle, you can't, unless you over travel your bed, which you can't. You can only you can't probe up here. You can only probe like back here. But Tap allows you to do that. Hey, doggo. Did you have a good day at school?
Yeah.
You had a good day? That's good. What did you do?
Oh.
Hey, what's this? What's that?
I ate it.
What is that?
I ate it.
Is it a little chainsaw doggy?
Yeah.
Are we gonna print a chainsaw doggy for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Fist bump?
Fist bump.
What do you want for dinner?
And then the cookie.
Huh?
And then they got cookie. And then they got cookie.
Yeah. Where's the chainsaw doggy? Oh, where is the chainsaw doggy? We gotta print the chainsaw doggy. We gotta print him. We gotta make the chainsaw doggy. So Daddy will have a chainsaw doggy for you tonight. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want for dinner?
I want it, Daddy.
You want to go with Daddy? Well, Daddy's gonna do some work though, so.
Daddy, I want to help Daddy.
You want to help Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you see? What do you see?
Alan.
You see yourself?
Yeah.
Aw.
I.
You see your eye?
Yeah.
You see Coda? Where's Coda?
I like there.
Right there. Okay. Daddy's got to get back to work. Give Dad a hug. Okay. Okay, there's too much stuff in here. Daddy's got to clean the room up before you can come back in. All right, you be good for Mama. There we go. Little guy had a good day at school. Steph B, thank you for coming a member. Somebody else said something. I love Scotch. $1. I love Scotch too. Is a stream in itself. Oh, I know. Okay, let's see. How did our bed mesh turn out? Ooh. It looks really bad, but it's kind of bad. I don't think you want to see. We're gonna hide that under the rug. It kind of makes sense though. It's a trident, right? So you're gonna have deflection down here if the bed isn't super stable, which, considering this is a 350 trident, you can kind of see what's going on here. So this is your front right here, right? Where is it? This is your front, I think. Or is this your front? I can't remember. Yeah, right here is your front, yeah. So it deflects, it's like a T, right? You're looking at it as like a T. So you got more deflection here. Actually, I don't deflect too much. I don't know, I'll look into it. Yeah, 0.3, which shouldn't be that bad, but this FISEC kit wasn't good to begin with. The FISEC, the original mesh for this was about the same, to be honest. So let's see here. Yeah. Printed on worse. Well, that's the thing. The mesh don't matter, right? Like, obviously something's up for it to be dropping that much in the front, but I'll dig into it later after the stream. But let's get this print going. G-code files. Print. There we go. Three-point should be 4. Doesn't really matter. Maybe on a machine this size. That's the thing for everyone. 3 points defines a plane. Okay, the problem is rigidity. You're supporting your bed in 3 points. So if something, you know, there's more deflection here than there is here. You want all 4 corners supported. You technically have droop in the middle. If you had a big enough bed, you would want middle support as well. Like, yes, 3 points does define a plane, but that is when both surfaces are perfectly flat. They're not. It's a T. There's a T. So you have on a normal bed, you have 1 bar across here and 1 going front to back. It's T-shaped. There's the underneath. So there's nothing supporting these corners but just the sheer rigidity of the bed. Yeah, Trident does QGL. It does Z-tilt. So it'll probe each corner, and then it'll adjust each of the 3 lead screws independently to get it basically as level as possible, as trammed out as possible. So I just turned off bed mesh. I'm just not even running a bed mesh. I'm just gonna run it. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are true and make a lot more sense when you're talking like real proper CNC instead of these jank ass built with the cheapest parts out of China machines that a lot of people run. Iron rear is it bad, but it still prints. Yeah, mesh. You just run the bed mesh, and it just compensates, and you're done. Not shots fired. It just, some people take stuff way too seriously when it comes to this. Like, it's like, dude, it's a 3D printer. It's like, well, this is better than this. Yeah, but if this is better than this, but they're also like the difference between this and this is like 2% when you only need, you know. If this is what you need to be good, and you spend an extra $100 and you get this, you're paying that much for this much more. It's like high wind rails. People who like buy legit from high wind rails for 3D printers, I will never understand that. There are use cases. The E3D tool changer has a single Z rail. That makes sense to spend money on that rail. But going from good enough rails to high wind rails that cost as much as an entire Voron kit, not worth it. Not worth it. Diminishing returns, exactly. We are well within the points of diminishing returns with 3D printers. Like, you have to spend so much more to, like, look at an SV06. A Saval SV06, my Bambu doesn't print any better than it. It's faster. But I mean, like, the prints come off both of them just fine. Oh, I gotta change my, I forgot about that, machine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this 1 second. 150. This ain't gonna work. 150. Okay, I think that's it. And I think I have an extra home here. There was something else I did. I'm trying to remember what. 1 second. Printers. Oh yeah. Let me just match this up. Macros. Okay. Because both these are the same. Okay. So let me see here. So. So everything above the M107. Where's the M107? M109, there we go. There we go, okay. Control B. There we go. Save and close. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. Save and close. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, you're going to 220. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because it's going to error out now. Pause. You stop. Because it's going to error out because it's going to try and do another home after that, and it can't. I forgot about that. I had to update my print. Get that print going again. There we go. You can get 5 to 6 SV06. Yeah, it really depends on your situation, right? It really depends on what you're looking to use your printer for. If you're just looking for a printer, then you're fine, right? You're fine. You're just looking for a printer. But if you're looking for like a print farm or something, like, it really depends on your situation. I know Pooch uses Bambus in his farm, or is it not Pooch? Uncle Jesse. I think Uncle Jesse uses them in his print farm. I don't know how many he has. It really depends on your use case. Everyone's different, right? If you go up to somebody and go, hey, I want to buy a printer, and that's the only information they give you, and they give you a printer to buy, they're doing it wrong. There is no printer for everyone, okay? Depends on your use case and what you're looking to use your machine for. Is your printer going to be in your garage where noise doesn't matter and you can only want one printer? Get a Bambu. Is your printer going to be in your bedroom? Don't get a Bambu. It's too bloody loud. What do you do with your Bambu poop purge? In the garbage. I just throw it in the garbage. Anything about Pam? I have no idea what Pam is. Bambu goes burr. Bambu goes really burr. It's going to be interesting if that's something they ever change on it, because they use Spintrol MCUs. So they're using Spintrol MCUs, and they're not using traditional stepper drivers. So the thing is, to control a stepper driver, how hard is that to implement in a way that doesn't use existing firmware codes? Because they want to keep all their stuff locked down. So if they want to implement, use TMCs, is the code for TMCs, so they have to disclose their code for that? And do you run into potential having to disclose all your firmware if you do? I don't know. It's the fans. Well, the problem is you want those. The crazy loud fans are for performance reasons. P1P, I just heard. P1P is the best Bambu. In my opinion, the P1P is the best Bambu to buy. You get the most bang for the buck with it. The X1, if you really need an enclosed machine, and here's the thing, the X1, what do you get? An enclosure, okay, cool, it comes with a cardboard box. Enclosure, you can make it out of whatever. Okay, you can print one. So take enclosure out of the thing. What do you get with the X1? You get a better camera. I don't care. I just need to look at the printer. Am I making spaghetti? Yes, no. Higher frame rate camera tells me the exact same information. And I don't make time lapses for internet points, so I really don't care. What else? The lidar. If you're using good quality filament, lidar don't do shit. Lidar is really good apparently if you are using filament with varying diameter, but most use good filament and the lidar is useless. What else? The hardened nozzle. You can buy the hardened nozzle for like 18 bucks. What else do you get on the X1? You get the touchscreen. Whoop-de-doo, I use the web interface. Well, the app. So that doesn't matter either. Ah, shoot. Did I not save it? Machine. So what else is it? And it's not actually lidar. That's another thing too. I didn't save it. Shoot. I thought I copied the exact same thing. Okay, so we got G32, which is that. So we got, I don't know why it homes twice. Oh wait, because it's got to do a, oh wait, I do have an extra. Okay, so yeah, so clear that out. So we got that, Z tilt adjust, that. Oh wait, no, that's G32. Okay, so that's G32. So that is the G32. So the G32 has a home, so I don't need another home. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, that's it. Okay, I had an extra G28. Why did I have a G? Yeah, so now it's not going to extrude right. So now I got to pause. I got to e-stop it. Don't you always on with the P1P? What do you mean always on? I got both. I keep both of them on. Yeah, it's not really lidar. Lidar is a specific thing. They just use a laser and a camera. LiDAR is radar with light. They're not doing LiDAR. I honestly wish they would change the naming of it, because right now it's, in my opinion, it's false advertising. It's not real LiDAR. Okay, did you save this time? There we go. No extra G28 after the G32. There we go. Okay. Save and close. Okay, good. Try and print this. Did I miss a $5? I love Scotch, $5, cheers. I got my XC1 printing ABS functional parts problem. Is bed not flat? I took video posts on Facebook, comments got turned off. I got tickets submitted for it. Yeah, here's your first problem. Okay, my tip for those that buy Bambus, don't touch their Facebook group. It is the most toxic printer community I've ever seen. And I'm on Twitter, okay? Their Facebook group is toxic AF, and I don't know if it's sunk cost fallacy because people can't stand if, hey, their $700, $1,000 printer might have an issue. But I've never seen a worse community, and apparently the Troxy community was really bad. I was talking with Maker's Muse about it. It reminds them a lot of the Troxy community back in the day. But yeah. Too much DJI on them. Well, I mean, they're founded by DJI. Where do you think they got all the VC from? You really think these machines are being sold at a profit? I figured I already burned my bridges with them anyway, so what's the point? Like, that's the thing too. Buy a P1P now, because they'll never make a machine cheaper than the P1P, I guarantee it. Bambu versus Prusa XL. It's quite simple. They're different machines with different use cases. If you're comparing the two, that's like comparing an F-150 and a Honda Civic. Well, they both have 4 wheels and an engine. Yeah, but they have different use cases. One's a single nozzle, fast, small core XY. One's a large format tool changer. They're different printers. Is the Clipper group not toxic? Apparently it's cleaned up a bunch. I'm on the Clipper Discord, but I don't actively participate. I only really check it when I get pinged. Any large community is going to be toxic. Well, let me rephrase that. If 1 in every 100 people is a toxic person, and you have a small community, it's easy to get rid of the toxic people because it's 1 in every 100 and you only have 100 people on the Discord. The moment you get a large community, there's still 1 in 100 people's toxic, but now you have 30,000 people on the Discord. So you got 300 people that are toxic. It is what it is. And it comes down a lot to the mod team. Apparently the Bambu Discord had issues, like there were some things that literally should not have flown that were going on there, and they've cleaned it up a bit, so. But the Facebook group, it's Facebook. There's your answer. 4 on Discord is better for Clipper support than Clipper. A very Spanish. Well, Pedro, to be fair, it wasn't the Clipper Discord. It was people from the Clipper Discord. And full disclosure, we did catch one person from the Voron community that was part of that antagonizing, and they are no longer part of the Voron community because we kicked them. But yeah, there were people that were, for those that don't know what happened with Tom, why he doesn't like Clipper. Basically, there were just people spamming him. Why aren't you putting Clipper on his Voron build? Because he was putting Duet on it. And my brother in Christ, it was a sponsored stream by Duet. Of course he's gonna, oh. Do I gotta re-PID tune this thing? I gotta re-PID tune this thing. It's not. Come on, stabilize. What is going on here? What's with these fluctuations? What's going on here? Why? Okay, let me pull you off the bed. Maybe because it's touching the bed? No, it's not a Revo, it's an XG hotend. But for some reason, so normally what it does is it does this little purge and then it waits for the temperature to stabilize and then it goes and prints. But it's not. There we go. Okay, I gotta go up. Boom, boom. Did I set my Z offset? I think I set a Z offset. I can't remember if I saved it though. So the fun thing with tap, you can pull your nozzle off the bed if you need to. You can just lift it up. So that's not an issue. 12-volt heater. No, it's a 24. Yeah, good enough. Oh, you're still low. Maybe I should have saved that bed mesh. Yeah, maybe I should have saved that bed mesh. I don't think it's supposed to be. So another cool thing with tap is you can't dig your nozzle into the bed anymore. So this is I'm doing this on purpose. If your Z offset's too low, you no longer dig into the bed, it just rides on the bed because it pops up, right? So it's safer. Dies design, I've never used any of their stuff, so I can't really say. It's probably really good. I've heard good things, but yeah. Do I have to add G-code? Yeah, it's part of my starting config, where you just tell it to, like, I don't have the height map. Yeah, it loaded the old height map. Actually, the old height map was better. I thought it was worse. Okay, let's see here. For macros, as part of my start config right there, bed mesh profile load default. So it loaded the old bed mesh, so that's why. That might be the problem. There we go. That's a good Z offset. There we go. Safe. How much travel does tap allow? Quite a bit. I don't know if you can see here. Over here. Now it doesn't. It activates. Okay, so let's see. It activates here, and then that's over travel. So this is. It has to move this much to activate. It has to move like a millimeter to activate, and then it can move more than that. It can move like 3 times as much. So you can't Z negative. Well, you can still Z negative China it. Don't get me wrong. You could still Z negative China it, but it won't dig your nozzle in if your offset's a little off. It'll just drag on top, right? Oh yeah, that's much better. I'm gonna drop it on the print. I'm gonna drop it. Oh. Is there a Z adjust? Yeah, you just. Oh, like manually? No, you don't manually adjust it. You just do it in software and call it a day. Yeah, you just do it in software and call it a day. Might still mess smooth PI. It's not perfect, but it's better than the alternative. With a texture bed, yeah, it'll still drag. This is a hardened nozzle I got in this right now. What's the BOM cost for adding tap? I'll let you know in a second. Oh, Farico doesn't have a tap kit. Well, here you go. For 3D Lab Tech, it is $40 Canadian. For KB3D, you're looking at, so if you want the 24 volt board, out of stock, okay, 5 volt board, printed. Okay, so you need the tap, you want the board, you need the hardware kit. You can print the parts yourself. You're looking at what? Where's the final price? I don't know. It's like 30 bucks. It's not that expensive. It's a PCB that you technically don't need. The most expensive part is the rail. You need, yeah, here you go. You need this right here. It's a little itty bitty rail. This is the most expensive part, which if you have a Voron that you've upgraded from the dual MGN 9 to a single MGN 12, which you have to for tap. So if you had an older build that you upgraded, you have a spare rail you can cut down. It's not that expensive. Yeah, they've there's already an updated PCB out there. I don't know if it's public yet, but the PCB has been revised. Yeah. Man, I like this build. I was so tempted to turn this into a Tridex because I don't need a 350. But now that I have the room for like 350 by 350, yeah, I really like this build. Turned out so clean. I'm so happy how this build turned out, and no thanks to the kit. I had to replace every fan on this printer, by the way. And this lead screw wobbles, and I got to figure out why. But other than that, it's good. Colors look great. It's Prusament. That's why we call it Big Papa Joey P. It's Prusament. Although, to be fair, there's now a little bit of Sparta 3D Galaxy Black because I ran out of Prusament ASA Galaxy Black. So there's a little bit of Sparta 3D in it. But for the most part, it's all Prusament. The orange is really nice. Although their spools don't feed in the AMS, which was super annoying, I found out. I had to print the fan shroud. I forgot to print the fan shroud. So everything that I did for tap was printed on this guy. Except for the fan shroud, I printed it on here because I was printing something on here and I needed to print it quick. And the stupid Prusament spool doesn't feed in the AMS. Joey's gonna disown you. Nobody calls him Joey. What kit was it you should be avoiding? None of the kits should be avoided, okay? What it was is, so there's a PCB in the toolhead, okay? Let me pull it up here. No, not that. Foron. Community, GitHub, repositories, tap, OptoTap. There you go. Okay, so the way tap works, it uses an optical sensor. Optical sensors are great because it's light. So you don't have to worry about heat expansion. It's super accurate. It's a really good sensor to use for Z offset, okay? The problem is you can't, it's not like a micro switch where you just 2 wires to it. You have to feed it a voltage in, a voltage out, and there's a signal wire too. And I believe pretty much all optical sensors are like 5 volts. So there's a few different ways of using an optical sensor. You can either use resistors and like make your own thing, or you can just use this little PCB that has everything on it. The V2. We developed, the Voron team developed this board. I think it was Whopping did most of it. Oh, did something pop off the bed? Or is that just, yeah, it's popping off the bed already. Really? I guess it would help if I actually had, yeah. It would help if my Z offset was good. Pause. Stop. There we go. So what ended up happening was the board was developed and then we tested it internally. Well, not me, but other people on the Voron team tested the board for a while. There was weeks, maybe even a month or 2 of testing. And the board seemed fine. Everyone, you know, but they were like hand assembled boards or something. But then what ended up happening was we reached out to some of the vendors, some of the bigger vendors, and we went, hey, we're putting out this thing called Voron Tap because ask what happened to Maker Beam when V0 launched. So now we kind of notify vendors ahead of time of big launches. So here's the bomb for it. And they all went and ordered the PCB board because it's the simplest thing. And after that happened, then boards started burning up. There's an inrush of current that spikes it over 24 volts. And since the board has to drop 24 down to 5 volt, it was overcurrenting or something. I'm not an EE, but basically smoky smoke things were happening. No bueno. Those boards were like not sold, like people, they were put a hold on them, and there's a new revision of the board coming out essentially. I should have redid the I should have redid the PID too. Oh well. Transient spikes kill the PCB. Absolute class. Yeah. So it was something that never showed up during testing of the board in small batches. But once, you know, a couple hundred of them are made, and then shit happens, unfortunately. P1P versus V400. Do you want more control of your printer and a taller Z but unenclosed and a little bit more of a finicky machine? Go with the V400. If you just want to print plastic boat and you don't need that big a machine, go Bambu. Whenever the fans in the lead screw. Oh, all the fans on this thing died. The fans that came with it were all like shitty. This was a FISEC kit, and it was like a bomb in a box kit. All the fans died, and this lead screw is kind of wobbly. It was especially bad when you hot plug the PCB into 24 volt. See, both of these, okay, so my kit is an LDO kit, okay? And I just took the PCBs and fed them 24 volts from a power supply directly. Like I just wired them into a power supply and turned it on at 24 volts. And they both worked. And I was like, okay. So I have them both installed. Now, I'm running both of these at 5 volts because the board can run both, right? The sensor is 5 volts, so it drops it down. So I'm feeding it 5 volts, and they're working so far. So did they put, I have no idea. I'm not an EE. I have nothing to do with the development of the board. FISEC don't make fans. They buy cheap fans and throw them in their kits. They don't make fans. Okay. I'm thinking it has to do with the bed. Maybe this hot end's like super sensitive to the bed or something. See, this is what you can do. You can go, oh, but it's waiting for the temps to stabilize because Clipper's super anal about temps, and this hot end's not PID tuned correctly. So you can just go, boop, and take it off the bed and just wait. OGK, I have no clue. You're talking to the wrong guy about that. All I know is it's apparently been fixed and they're just waiting for the revision to get made. Is anyone else taking the idea of lidar? Somebody would have to actually use lidar in a printer first for somebody to take the idea to use it. Bambu doesn't use lidar. Okay. Lidar, light detection and ranging, or laser imaging detection and ranging. Okay. This is proper lidar. What Bambu does is they just look at a laser with a camera and kind of estimate width. It's not true lidar. How much is a lidar module? How much is a lidar module? Okay, so we got a $42 lidar module. How accurate is it? Oh, so it works between 6 and 6 centimeters. Okay. So it works from 10 centimeters to 12 meters. And how accurate is it? How accurate? Accuracy, it's plus minus 6 centimeters. And that's a $40 lidar. Let's see what Mauser has for lidar modules. Okay. Well, let's look from, okay. So the cheapest lidar module on here is the same thing. That's the same module. And then that's a $62 thing, and it's accurate to 6 centimeters. And then after that, we're at $800. Okay. These are real lidar modules, by the way. Does anyone have a lidar module that's accurate to like less than a millimeter for under $1,000? Does anyone? Does anyone have a lidar module? What's lidar module Apple? Okay, so let's see how accurate. Okay. Apple module accuracy. So lidar module on an Apple is accurate to, oh, here you go. iPhone 13 lidar, which is like the most compact, cheapest lidar ever, is accurate to plus 3 centimeters horizontally and plus minus 7 millimeters vertically. So anyone who thinks the Bambu machines have true lidar, whatever you're smoking, I want it because it's good shit. They don't have lidar. No, but no 3D printer has lidar, real lidar. To make one, no. This is more accurate than your micro stepping. I did a probe test on here. I did 10 probe samples. The deviation, or what is it? Is it the deviation, or what is it? What is the variance over 10 probe samples? It was off 1 microstep. 9 results were exactly the same, and 1 was 1 microstep off, which is 0.000125 millimeters, I believe, or 0.00125 millimeters. Okay, so when you averaged it out, it was out 0.00003 millimeters. That's good enough for a 3D printer. Like, watch, home that one. Oh, the scan process. So apparently what it's doing, it's flow calibrating. It's doing a flow calibration. 3D print, is it 3D print general? Here. 3D print general. Is it 3D print general? Did it? Yeah. So 3D print general did a video on the lidar itself. Okay. I'll link it here. So he did a video on the lidar itself, and basically, like, the most he saw was nothing. It doesn't do much. There you go. One of these prints is using the lidar, one is not. Which one is which? Like, they both fit together like pretty much exactly the same. There's like slight differences in the corner, but basically, the most you could do is, or the biggest takeaway is, if you use the better quality filament used, the less the lidar does, because the lidar compensates for flow. So if all your filament is roughly the same and is good quality, your flow should be consistent, so the lidar does less. Now, if you're throwing in $3 Amazon special filament that measures anywhere from 1.2 millimeters to 2.8 millimeters, yeah, it'll probably do more. But if you're using, if you're feeding it PrusaSlicer, Polymaker, Jesse, any other good quality filament, the lidar does barely anything. Spartan, thank you for becoming a member. So, please stop trashing brand. How am I trashing a brand? They say it has lidar. It doesn't have lidar. How is that trashing? Just in the stream, Fizek. They have a printer kit that I built where every fan broke and the lead screw wobbles, and Bambu is false marketing. And then I follow it up by saying buy a P1P. Definition of trashing and definition of saying, hey, they have flaws is not the same. Use KVP. I never really used KVP. I'm not American. So getting KVP was more expensive than it was worth. And yeah, I just didn't use it. I had 2 spools, but then KVP, they moved production facilities and basically had to start from scratch with new staff, and they had a hit in quality. I think it's better now, but I never really used it, so. Oh, and the wrong size door panels. Yeah, these door panels from the Fizek kit I had to get these made because they sent, and this was made and the back panel was made. They sent the wrong size panels. So yeah, I believe bringing up valid, are you an expert in lidar, is light detection and ranging. It does that. It can count as lidar. Am I an expert in lidar? I don't know. I work with CMM folks. Their lasers were a lot more accurate than that thing. Yeah, it's not true lidar. The Bambu did upgrade the firmware. Open my. Well, I judge it as it is now. Did somebody share this video on the Bambu Facebook group? Is that why we got all this? Do I have an update on this? Oh, this machine's off. I gotta figure out why this machine is emitting a hum now. I think I have what Tom had with it. It does like a whining noise in the background. Only that one. The P1P is still fine. You bought a lot of stuff from Physec? I have too. It's just they had an issue with this kit. The kit's still fine. Mechanically, the kit, except for a broken wire. I didn't like the wires they used. I had a broken wire. But everything else on the kit's fine. Rails are good. Belts are good. Motors are good. But it had some stuff that was bad. And if I didn't tell people that it had bad stuff, that would be false advertising. So. Where's the RatRig? Oh, it's in the other room. I was hoping to get this up and running before. Do I have a software update? Micro lidar. I gotta clean it. The micro lidar is dirty. Controller. Where's update? Network? Where's general? Update. Firmware version. Is there an update? I think I'm up to date. Yeah, I'm up to date. What would you choose between Voron and RatRig? Depends. Full disclosure, I'm on the Voron team, so I have a bit of a bias towards Vorons. But I will say RatRig scale better to larger builds. If you're looking to build bigger, RatRig scale bigger. They're beefier frames and they use wider belts. I think the build could be optimized a bit more. It's a little chunky. I'm going off my experience with the V-Minion here. I haven't built the vcore yet. But there's nothing wrong with the printer. It's just different design ethos. So, how dare I have an opinion based on something I experienced? I know! Can I speak on my impressions of RatRig versus Voron? I'm more biased Voron because I built a lot more Vorons. I've only built one RatRig so far, the V-Minion. I'm finally building a vcore. The V-Minion's a solid printer. They just need simplification of the BOM. It's a little chunky, I think is a good word to say. New LDO Voron Rev C. Yep, I've seen that. What size? It's a 200. I'm hoping it'll fit on this bench between the Bambu and the V2. I'm hoping it'll fit in here, but apparently even their 200 is still kind of big. So, finding a sensor. Yeah, that's the problem, because right now the sensor in this, did somebody take it apart and look at it? Because it shines lasers and looks at it with a camera. So is it really a sensor? It's got a laser and then it looks at it with a camera. So I think it's more AI than true LiDAR sensor. V-Minion needs better cable management. I know, I did my own thing for that. What do I recommend? 2.4 or Trident? I would say, if you don't know which one you want to build, go Trident. Trident checks more boxes for more people, in my opinion. I think the Trident checks more boxes for more people. Does Eva? I don't know. You'd have to look into it. Just Google it. I haven't really looked into it. I've got a Rapido for mine. Stack the XL on top of the core. Actually, it would have to, no, because the XL doesn't have a hat. Solve inconsistency with inductive. I have a legit. I'm assuming you meant Voron. What is a moron? I don't know. Last time the X1C lidar has two cameras. Okay, it has two cameras. Okay. But still, in every testing that I have done, and I've watched other people and other people's experiences, I find the lidar is not worth it. That's why I say buy the P1P. I don't use it when I print. I turned it off because it just takes up bed space and wastes time, in my opinion. The Omron. This had the Omron B-stock probe in it before. Where'd I put it? I think it's more marketing than anything. And for the cost difference between the X1 and the P1P, I don't think it's worth it. Is that a valid reason? It's a time of flight sensor, they're garbage at that range. Yeah. Solution look. It does flow compensation, which I do a pressure advance tune on my machines once, and usually it's good enough as long as you just keep feeding it good filament. So, but yeah, here's the thing. This machine right here, okay, has tap in it now. Before it had tap, it had, where's Toasty? Oh no, oh no. Okay, before it had tap, it had this burnt piece of $3 pots and pans China plastic, okay, as its probe, okay? Yes, it was in this condition when I took it out, okay? This is a 3-year-old $3 probe, okay, from AliExpress. I still get good first layers. They're slightly better first layers now, I will say, because the bed mesh is a little bit more accurate. But this was still 100% reliable on that printer. Tap gives you a few more advantages, okay? It is even more accurate than probes. It's not susceptible to heat drift. That is a big thing. So before, you would have to heat soak. Okay, you'd have to do a heat soak, because if you ran your inductive probe while your bed was heating up and the temperature of the probe changed throughout the probing cycle, you would get different results. That's no longer a thing. You don't got to worry about that anymore. 2, this is only as accurate, and this is true of all probes that probe metal. So inductive, the beacon probe, any probe that probes metal. It is only as consistent or accurate as your bed surface is consistent, because you are probing the metal, not the glue, not the PEI. You're probing the metal. So if your flex plate, you know, has textured PEI and it's thicker in one area than the other, it's not going to pick that up. If you got a sticker on your bed and the glue is slightly thicker in one area, or the PEI is slightly thicker or thinner in another area, it's not going to pick that up. Okay, because it's probing the metal underneath everything. Tap, and to be fair, so does Clicky, probes the actual surface you're printing on, so you will get a more consistent result. So, yeah, build surface agnostic. Yeah, you could throw a right here. Okay. Let's actually get some quality here. What's going on here? I pay for 1 gigabit internet. I want my 1 gigabit internet. So you can go right from probing a PI flex plate to just throw on a mirror and just hit probe, and you're good to go. Like it just you go. It doesn't care. Now, obviously, if you were to actually print on this, you would want, you know, it clipped down so it doesn't floating around. But yeah, it just goes. So also, you technically, it's a lot harder to crash your printer now. So if you know, accidentally start a print before clearing the print bed, as long as whatever you're going to hits the tool head before the gantry, it'll pick it up and go, oh, I homed off the top of a bedsheet. Oh, are we getting some inconsistent extrusion? What's going on here? We're having some. Oh, let me see here. Where's the model at? What's this model even look like? Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. Yeah, so we're having a bit of an issue here. It looks like this is why it's an alpha. Yeah. So see, okay, so here's the problem. So underneath Puchita here, or Puchita, you can see it built up as an outer wall, and now it's trying to print this stuff floating in air because it's supposed to go into these little points and then touch the belly, right? So it's looking like, I'm like, why is it look, this middle area is printing like shit? And it's not generating these lower layers. Okay, I'm gonna take some screenshots of that. Benchy bed mesh went. Well, here's the thing. If you really wanted to, like, say if you really wanted to, you could just, you know, hey, I have a piece of carbon fiber here. I want to print on it. You could just throw it on the bed, tram out your gantry, and then just double side this tape it to your bed. And as long as you're flat enough, you know, you could just print on it and go, because it would just Z offset off of it and off you go. So for people who want to print on clothes or whatever, a super slice. I have no idea. Do you have any mods that you can recommend? I don't run any mods for the most part. I pretty much run most of my machines stock. I run an LGX on that one. That's an LDO build. That's a stock LDO build. So it's got the tool head and whatnot, but it's stock LDO. No, these are organic supports. These are PrusaSlicer organic. So yeah, this is. I'm gonna. See, when you run into a problem, you bring it to people's attention. So let's do a tweet. So let's offer some constructive criticism. There we go. Do I have CR? No, the only Creality machine I have is an Ender 3 V2, and it is in parts, in a bin. I don't run mods. Also running tap on his printer. It's not a mod. Voron, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't run a lot of community mods. Okay, I do run a few. I think I gotta have one in one of these. I know the fan shroud on that one is a community mod. But if it's part of the Voron GitHub, I don't think it counts as a mod. Don't run nozzle brushes? Nope, I don't run nozzle brushes. Oh, I should be. That's why it's not printing good. It's too cold. I forgot. I gotta heat this up. Yeah, this ain't printing good. Yeah, print failed. Ah, support failed. Support's failing. Support's failing. I'm printing too fast and it was printing too cold. 220. There we go. Slice down. Pin mod. I was actually, did I? Okay, so I've run different Vorons over the years. I've run, at one point I did have pins in my V1.5. But I can't remember who, I think it was Eddie. I might have been Eddie. Tried the pin mod or tried, I might have been shoulder bolts. Might have been a shoulder bolt mod. And the variation was barely there, so I just didn't really bother with it. If I had a kit that came with the mod, I would do it, but like I build the kit stock, and I've never really. I mean, I don't even run on most of my builds. I don't even run tooth idlers. So try this again, because I don't think I printed hot enough. It was not printing well. Go Puchita. Try again. Use a super pinner. What are the disadvantages since I don't find the internet? Okay, so here's the thing. Nothing is perfect. Okay, regardless of whatever fanboy tells you, nothing is perfect. Everything has issues. Okay, except for a good chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream cone on a hot day. That's always good. But nothing is perfect. Even Voron tap, you're adding 40 grams to the tool head. It increased the weight of your tool head. And if you don't use good quality components, you're gonna have worse print quality because everything's gonna vibrate or it's gonna be loose. So nothing is perfect. If somebody tells you a machine is perfect, they're lying through their teeth. Super Pinda has the same downside as pretty much every other inductive probe. You're measuring the metal under the bed. You're not measuring the bed itself. So you can only ever be as accurate as your bed is consistent. Now, it does have a thermistor in it to compensate for the temperature drift, so that's not a big issue. And its sense range is very short. So depending on how your build is, that might be an issue because you got to have it really close to the bed for it to trigger, if I remember correctly. But that's other than that, it's apparently okay. I've only ever used one, and it wasn't a legit one. So You said you changed the fans. What else? What fans? GD Stein. I think they're just GD Stein dual ball bearing fans. Tap will not bend. No, the actuating force is only it's there. You don't need a ton of force. It's not like it's slamming into the bed. You're pretty much just lifting up the weight of the tool head, which isn't that much. I think it needs like 400 grams of actuating force, which isn't that much. Yeah, this is actually running stock panel clips, which are shit. That's why I haven't put them back on yet. Super Pinda doesn't. That's okay. Again, I've only used like one. So I used whatever one came with my FISEC kit for the Prusa Mini. And then whatever, or actually no, I have a Prusa. I don't know, whatever is on the Prusa Mark III works. I haven't had any first layer issues on the Prusa Mark III, so. I keep forgetting I have a Prusa. I'm a horrible Prusa shill. I keep forgetting I even own a Prusa Mark III. That I modded, I put a Raspberry Pi V02 in it. Print the NX panel clips. I like these ones. I like these ones right here, the latching ones. The Annex ones are just a mod of the V2.1 ones. Like, these are the ones I got. Like, the little ones that you pin in and you rotate. Yeah, these are V2.1 ones. So the Annex is just a mod of an existing Voron ones. If they're the ones I'm thinking about. As we know about the sock puppetry. Can we please not... I think he's done for now. He deleted the video. Just let's let it be and move on with our lives. Am I liking Tap? I'm liking it. Here's the thing. At first, okay, full disclosure, I'm on the Voron team. I was not involved with Tap development at all. I bought some parts for the original revision of Tap like a year ago, and design changed, and I'm like, okay, I ain't got time to chase revisions. So I peeked into the channel every now and then to see what was going on, but that's about it. But now that I've built it, I think it's not as simple as the inductive probe, because there's a little bit more to building the tool head, but it's not much more. And it's a hell of a lot simpler to set up than the macros with clicky. Like it's just a probe. You just tell it has a probe, but there's nothing to it. So it's ever so slightly more complex than a traditional inductive probe setup, and it's a hell of a lot simpler than like a clicky probe setup. So I'm like, just do it, use it. I think it's actually really good. Now, to be fair, for Tap to work to the best of its ability, you need to have a well-built Voron, okay? If your gantry is out of whack, your belts are loose, if you have cracked parts and wonky idlers, it will not work good, because it needs to be consistent. Okay, your machine has to be really consistent. That's why I think I'm getting better results on the Trident, because this Trident has the titanium backers, the gantry is rigid. I'm getting slightly better repeatability on this one than this one. Actually, let me pull it up here and see what, am I homed? Am I homed? I think I'm homed. Yeah. Okay, probe accuracy. Okay, let's see what I get on here. Okay, so on, yeah. So on, yeah, I'm getting better results on the Trident. So on my V2, maximum, yeah, so let's see. So maximum is negative, so before that. So the range is 0.00875 millimeters. Deviation is 0.00275. So you're looking at what, 2 microsteps? Plus minus 2 or 3 microsteps plus or minus. This is what 0.00125 is a microstep. So like, let's be honest, your first layer is 0.2 millimeters, and this is good to 0.00275. So we're still, even though this one isn't as good as that one, it's still a hell of a lot better than pretty much anything else out there. titanium backers. They were sent to me. They're nice. Look at the colors. Oh, look at the shiny colors. Also, I wanted to try them because this is the biggest build I got, so it would actually make sense to go with the backers on them. It's about running Bambu hotend on the Stealthburner. Some people have. Apparently, it's a pretty good hotend. I don't know what somebody probably knows. You have to, because they don't list what their thermistor type is. But I guess you can use any glass speed thermistor. So you don't have to use their thermistor. And the heater, you just PID tune. It's a 24-volt heater. So apparently people have used it. Apparently it's a pretty decent hotend. And it's cheap. So Clicky has become... That wasn't Clicky. That was... that's Tap. Clicky is on the LDO V2. Let me... home all. Dragon or Revo Voron for my V02. I would say Revo. I've stopped using dragons. I don't think I have dragons at any of the machines I use. Rapido has kind of replaced dragons. Yeah, I know they're kind of the same company, but I started having issues with dragons, leaking, and one of them was like really toasty, like cooked. Okay, probe accuracy, probe accuracy. Oh, I gotta dock the probe. Okay, 1 second here. Attach probe. Okay, cool. So I attach the probe. G1, X, what is it? 125, Y 125. Is that the middle of that? That's close enough. Probe accuracy. Okay, so on here we're getting 0.001225. So it's a little bit better. So I'm gonna be tearing that one down just to check to see if I got something, because I grabbed it. This one feels more rigid, so I don't know if I forgot to tighten a screw somewhere or what, but that feels a little bit loosier than this one, and I'm getting better results. But here's the thing. Even though this is the worst performing out of all the 3 Vorons here, I've been printing on this thing since I put Tap on it, and I've been getting perfect first layers. So even though it's worse, it's like, again, this is where we're at, and this is much better, but you only need this much. So, okay, let's dock this probe. Okay, dock probe. Probe triggered. Yeah, I know, dock probe. Oh, it automatically docked the probe after that. Okay, I didn't notice that. I already need to go and retighten. I did that with this one. I haven't done that with this one, so. Oh, you know what? Let me clean my desk off here. We'll go through the kit. We'll go through the kit. There we go. 0.006 accuracy with my Clickia. That's fine. Like, again, remember. Okay, let's pull up the calculator. Okay, so I don't know, what is it? So you got clear. What is it? So what is it? So you got 0.00. What is it? 0.0006. 0.006. Okay, divided by your first layer is 0.2 millimeters. So what? You got 3%. So you got a 3% variance in your 0.2 millimeter first layer. I don't know about you, but I don't think 3D printers, that variation is going to be much of an issue. Is good enough. Here's the problem. I got to put stuff on here, but I got the printer in the way. Oh yeah, that looks much better flow rate. Ta-da. Just like the ease of use with that. Oh yeah, that's definitely a big point. It's not as easy as inductive, that's for sure, because inductive, well, actually, it is as easy as inductive configuration-wise, because it's pretty much set. The configuration is the same as switch wire. It's just a single probe, no separate Z offset. So it actually is as easy to set up as inductive, pretty much. It's just the build itself is a little bit more to it, and it's less forgiving on machines that may have issues. Okay, so yes and no, essentially. I don't know what that was. I'll wait for an overhaul. That's a perfectly valid reason. Like, for me, I was waiting on it to be released and for kits to be out before I built it. Because that way I can, you know, I don't have to self-source stuff. Because that's one of the things I've like kind of told myself is I ain't self-sourcing stuff anymore. I'm past that point. I did that for years. I've got a million things here. Tap is more expensive, clicky or stock. Oh, it's more expensive than both, because clicky is just a micro switch and some magnets. And the standard inductive probe, you could use a $3 Amazon or AliExpress probe. Time to throw all these prints in the garbage. Scrap prints. Whereas tap, you need a rail and you need an optical switch and a PCB. So you're looking at another, depending on where you are and what kit, I think what, like 30 bucks to 40 bucks for a kit. I'm sure you could probably self-source it a little bit cheaper if you're okay with that. But yeah. Okay, I think that's I got an Ethernet. Why do I have an Ethernet? Oh, that's because from that joke the other day. Like, why do I have an Ethernet? Okay, that's a garbage. That's an Ender 3 end stop. Why do I have an Ender end stop? Okay. Yep, so I've never actually used a brush mod. I've never had ooze issues on my printers. When I finish a print, I run a 5mm retract. That pulls pretty much all the filament out of the nozzle, and then it cools off, and they're Revo, so they cool off quick. I run Obsidians, which don't build up gunk. And then when I start a print, I heat the nozzle up so it smushes through any filament that's oozing. And then I do a big fat purge at the beginning of a print. You can't see it there. I do a big fat purge at the beginning of a print that primes the nozzle, and any gubbins that are kind of hanging on tend to get stuck on the purge. So I've never felt the need to run a nozzle brush on any of my machines. It's never been an issue not having one. So no, that pulley was from what was this pulley from? I think it was an extruder we took apart, or the little guy took apart one day. Have you tried a prime blob? No, the purge, like, I've been using the same start G-code macro for a couple years now, and it's been fine. And yeah, heating up the filament, or heating up the temps, did help. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, that was the issue. A lot of the good PLAs, like Polymaker, Jesse, they actually like being printed a little bit hotter than you'd think. Like, I print PLA at 220 usually. The belted Z. No, the belted Z had a had this. The belted Z had a metal drive gear. Which, how did that turn out? How did that turn out? Where did I printed one. There we go. Okay. So let's do a big brain comparison now, okay? Let's do some comparing. Okay, so this one was printed on a Bambu at silent speed, so 50%. This one, if I remember correctly, this was on a Voron. This was on my Voron, my 2.4 V226. They're the same part. What I can tell you for sure is that this camera's colors are way off because this is purple. Let me actually look at these. The Bambu is more consistent, I would say, with the flow on the teeth. The overhang isn't as clean though. And the top is a little over extruded. The fill pattern's different too. Hey, guess what? They're both perfectly functional parts. Yeah, the top I find the Bambu over extrudes on top surfaces with the default settings. Most probably part of Voron can be used on non-printer clipper printers for auto leveling. Well, yeah, that's true, but so could everything else on, like, Clicky. You can use Clicky on RepRap firmware, no problem. It's just macros. I'm pretty sure you could use it on Marlin if you really wanted to dig into it, but Marlin's not as easy to customize that way. Clipper is awesome for macros because Clipper you could just feed it straight up Python code. Like in Clipper, you can literally just feed it else if statements. Do I have any? Yeah, like you could feed it else if statements. Like it just eats it. It don't care. It's Clipper. So you can have a lot of fun. Like look at the macros for ERPFA. There's a lot of Python in there. Bambu also really screws up prints when you set a profile for printing a temp tower and then try to print other stuff on top of that. Well, yeah, any printer will have that issue, except for one with tap, because tap will trigger. Where I have my macros. I have my macros pinned in one of the channels on my Discord. That's about it. I don't run a lot of macros on my printers. I run a basically a start-stop macro. That's about it. I don't run anything fancy. I do not get fancy with my printers usually. Would you recommend printing tap parts in PCCF or ASACF? I would say probably ASA. PC, you might have creep issues. Oh, yeah, that'll screw it up. Yeah, Jared, that'll screw it up. Okay, let's look at what we got here for the rest of the RatRig. So let's see what we got here. So for those that don't know, I'm building a RatRig vcore. It's a vcore 200. Okay, so it's a small one. They sent me a kit a little while ago, but the kit only contained the frame and like the fasteners. It was the mechanical kit essentially. There's a bit of a I don't even know how it happened, but basically when I built the V Minion, I basically told them, hey, I have a bunch of extra electronics I'm going to use, just send me the mechanical kit. So they did, and I guess they thought the same thing when they sent me this kit, so they only sent me the mechanical kit, which I'm assuming it is because they also sent the bed by itself, which was something we had to figure out with the V Minion. So anyways, I just figured that's what happened, so I'm like, hey, I need the rest of it for this. I don't have enough extra stuff to build a RatRig. And they're like, cool, so they sent me the rest of it. So let's take what we got. Yeah, it's a vcore 3.1. So, got a bed here. What do we got here? Of course, I got my garbage is holding the box, so we got the bed. It's a spring steel flex plate. That's good to see. Anything fancy on it? No. Yeah, so we got a spring steel flex plate. Mandela Rose sent me panels and a bed. So I got the fancy bed with the embedded magnets in it. We're going to be using that. So 120 volt, 250 watt heater. Ooh. RatRig. Yeah. So we got that. I'm gonna basically but basically put this machine up against the second cube that I built. We got wires. It looks like just normal wires. We got a probe here. This is we got a pepper flux probe. Pepperl flux probe. It's German. Why not 500? Go big or go home. I don't need big printers. I have zero need for big printers. The biggest, I have Tallboy, okay? I have a big printer. It's Tallboy. It's 330 by 330 by 390, and I haven't turned it on once. It's been off for almost a year. That's a Super Pinda? Okay, or a Vinda, okay. Extruder Orbiter V2. Did second ever get to the point? Push. Yeah, we did a print with it. It does print. We gotta revisit it and see if we can get the motors working. The loop motors or whatever they are. Okay. 2209s for the drivers. So yeah, we did get the second printing. It's just we're gonna revisit it in a bit. Probably after we get this built, and we're gonna look back at it and get the stuff working. What are they called? Not closed loop. The closed loop motors. Power supply LRS 224. Set for 115 volts. That's good. I have a Prusa XL. I have a Prusa XL coming because it's a tool changer. Plus, I am kind of a content creator, and that probably will lead to views or something. I don't know. I'm bad at YouTube. Can somebody tell me how to YouTube? I got to spam shorts now. So actually, tomorrow's video, which is looking about, I think current edit's 25 minute. I'm just gonna split it up into 25 1-minute clips and just upload them as shorts, because that's what YouTube wants now. So we're just gonna do that. I think you guys are okay with that, right? Drama. I don't want drama. Okay, here's the thing. I'm a human. I you know, it's always fun to watch a train wreck, but jeez, at least get good with the drama. I miss old drama. Ooh. So, here's something I have never done before. This is wholly new for me. This is new. Okay? Can somebody tell me what's in the box? Shorts are useless. Nope, they are not useless. They do exactly what they're supposed to, which is get viewers to your channel. The problem is it doesn't translate to anything. Don't knock it. Oh, I agree with you. I completely agree with you, but it is what it is. It's like the shitty thumbnails, okay? We all hate the shitty thumbnails. However, they work. So why would you not use them, okay? Especially if YouTube is your job. Why would you not use them? So what's in here? Printed parts. Hopefully it's not a dick in the box. That would be really disturbing, because that made it through customs. And we got the volcano, the horns. These actually look really good. Holy shit. Okay, I don't want to open all these. Let's open one. What is this one? This is the Eva. Okay. You know what? These actually look really decent. Actually, these look really good. focus. There you go. These actually came out really good. You got a little bit of banding, what to do, but it's fully functional. I will say they look better than the Prusa printed parts. Quick glance. I haven't dove into them. Find out when we start the build. Yes, these are ASA. These are ASA. These are ASA parts. That was one of the things I asked, because they're like, do you want printed parts? I'm like, if they're PETG, no. And they're like, don't worry, they're ASA. So these are ASA parts. So that is cool to see. So I'm going to be building it with the parts that came with it. I did find the spool, though, that Fabrico sent me. Because it fell in a drawer. That's why. I did find the spool that Fabrico sent me. So I do have the RatRig green spool. Because I do need to reprint a part. I need to print a new front face because I'm putting the 3DO nozzle camera in this build. So this is getting a nozzle cam. I was going to put it in one of my Vorons, but then I realized I could just put it in this build as part of the build. Because it's easier that way. So this is getting a nozzle camera. A lot more manufacturer support. Yeah. They're, ASA and ABS are fine. Like, they're both fine as long as you use good quality stuff. Ooh. We got our SSR here. Oh, this is nice. They got the little covers built into it. Another mod. Well, this isn't a Voron. And things change. What do we got for controller here? We have a Big Tree Tech Octopus. It is just an Octopus. Is it an Octopus Pro or Octopus? Octopus V1.1. Cool. I don't think it came with a Pi. I think it's assuming we're running RepRap on here. I don't know for sure. One thing I would say, it's not a huge thing. It would be nice if these had labels telling me what's in them, but it's like, that don't matter. What's this? What's this? Fans. Or no, that's electrical. Big honking fan. These are Nidec Ultra Flow. That's a 40-40 fan, or a 40-20 fan. All the airflow. No, Octopus not RepRap for that board. Don't have memory for RepRap. Oh, okay, so I guess we are running Clipper. And another 40-20 fan. Ooh. This is a server fan. What the hell is this for? The hell is that for? It's a 12 volt 1.2 amp fan. Why does it have a 12 volt 1.2 amp fan? Part cooling? Oh, okay. Oh, is it like a does it use it uses it's not CPAP, but it, okay. It's a side fan. Oh. Okay. So for those that don't know, I like to go into these builds kind of blind. So I don't do a lot of like pre-build research. I look stuff up as we're building it. But I like to go into the builds kind of blind. So like basically when you see it, I see it. Does it mount on the tool head or does it have like an umbilical or something? Okay. How do I, oh. Oh, it would help if I cut the sticker. Oh yeah, that's printing much better at that temperature. Okay, so we have a Rapido here. It is ultra high flow Rapido. Ooh. Comes with a spare sock. So I've got a Rapido in tall boy, but it's just a regular one, not an ultra high flow. So this will be, ooh, cool. 0.6 nozzle. Neat. Okay. Config file for SuperSlicer. I might have it pinned in the Discord. If not, no, I don't. People keep asking me to put stuff on GitHub. I don't know how to use GitHub. I just right-click download stuff. That's my extent of GitHub knowledge. You saw nothing. Okay. Fan. End stops. And more printed parts. I don't know what these printed parts are for, but I got more printed parts. Cool. This is a weird box. Why did it come with just a couple printed parts and a fan and end stops? But okay. Oh, vcore 3 enclosure printed parts. There we go. Pure unobtainium. I know. And it's a Pi 4 1 gig, which no, you don't need the 8 gig model to run Clipper. It's a Pi 4. It's good enough. Your back-ordered Pi from 6 months ago shipped yesterday. Oh, jeez. My new red. Oh, speaking of RetroPie, that's something we need to figure out one day. Is it catching on something? Yeah. Oh, it's oozing. Oh, yeah, that's warp. Oh, that is really warping up. Okay, so I've got this Pad 5, okay? So it's a Big Tree Tech Pad 5, okay? So it's got a, hey, chat, say hi, everyone say hi. I can see you. You're on this monitor, actually. You're down here. Let's see, so down. Over, there you are, you're there. So everyone wave, say hi. Okay, so this has a CM4 in it, okay? I kind of want to make like an emulating Stream Deck type thing. So I need to figure out how to basically, I'm going to put 2 batteries. So I kind of figured it out. I don't know where I put them. You can fit 2 18650s on the bottom here. And then I just need to figure out a controller that fits on each side, or the PCBs for a controller on each side. And then I can make it a little like emulating Steam Deck. Okay. The problem is there's like no easy PCBs. I think I have full UART. I have all the GPIO. I could take this header off and solder directly to there. So I still have all the GPIO, I believe. But that is something I want to do with this. Is turn it into like a little emulator thing. Steam Deck or Switch. Basically, that kind of form factor. So that's kind of what I want to do with it. Last we got that, whatever that is. Note to self, don't put the box on top of the garbage while you unbox stuff, because then as you unbox it, you don't have anywhere to put the garbage. Peter, if you got an idea, just link it on the Discord. And I'll check it out after stream. Any amount of Pi. I run, okay, if you're running mainsail or fluid, okay, if you're running mainsail or fluid, a Raspberry Pi 02 is good enough. Or a Pi 3A is good enough. So if those are good enough, yes, the Pi 4 is good enough. Got the motors here. And for the motors, we have, ooh, Oh, just what you like to see. LDO. I mean, maybe this one. This is a Pi 3A, I think. Is this a Pi 3A? Machine. How can you tell which? One of these is a Pi 3A. So MCU, RPI. I don't know if you can tell. It's running Linux. Cool. It's under 2% load. Yeah. There we go. Okay. A Pi 2. Okay, a Pi 2 you might run into issues. A Pi 2 you might run into issues. Probably not though. If you're running mainsail or fluid, you probably won't run. I mean, I've run mainsail and fluid on a Pi 0 first gen. Okay. You have issue. You can't run cameras. That's pretty much it. A Pi 2 you might be at like the limit. So. Like if you're not running a red cam, you're fine. So. Yes, I will use RatOS for this build. I'm gonna build, for those that don't know, when I build a machine that's like a kit or it has a manual, I follow the manual, okay? Vorons, I deviate a little bit because I've built stock Vorons so many times on this. I'll like install the bed last because the bed's heavy type thing. You know, the manual tells you to install the bed much earlier than, in my opinion, you should. But if I'm like building a kit from a company, I will follow the manual. So look at the second build. When we built the second, we ran into issues because there was issues with documentation. They've been fixed because we built it to the manual and we ran into issues and we pointed them out and they fixed it. So now it's a better build. So whenever I build something, I follow the manual. And if it has issues because we follow the manual, then it can be improved upon, and that's good. Like in a little bit, I'm going to be doing a video on Kiao because holy hell, it needs a better manual. So there we go. So I've got everything to start the RatRig. So tomorrow is Saturday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow we will be starting the V02 build. Okay. Tuesday is we start the RatRig build. Okay. Make sure I have lead screws in the mechanical kit. That's a good thing. I should check. I got the fancy bed there. Which box would they be in? That's the enclosure. I'm assuming I have lead screws. Why would I not have lead screws? I got all the rails here. I got a marker on the floor. I got the rails. 1, 2. There's the rails. Where are the rails? Or where are the There's the rails. Okay, where are the lead screws? Are the lead screws? Oh. There they are. Okay, whoo! I was a little worried there for a second. Yeah. Oh. It would help if the knife was actually sharp. Did I hit my head again? I did actually. What version of the PTFE tool? Are you talking on the Trident? The Trident, I basically use a filler because I don't run the exhaust in the back. So I just have a little inlet in the back there. If you're talking about the spool holder, that's just a switch wire. And if you're talking about for the RatRig, whatever one they sent me. Okay. So yes, I do have the lead screws. Got 3 of them, right? 3? I only need 3? Something about a plane. And then I got a box of fasteners, so yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good for the RatRig build. That would have been very bad if we were not. But I got the Mandela panels, and I got the fancy mag bed. So bed flatness 0.1 millimeters, good enough. Still can't believe I've already lost a bit out of this. Oh. There we go. And I got all the panels. These things are going to be huge. Holy shit. Okay. LTT. Yeah. Linus! It's fading. Your water bottle is fading. The water's still cooling and quenching, but you can see where I hold it. Yeah, it's got some weight to it. I like the weight. The only downside to using it's actually a really good screwdriver for this kind of stuff. The problem is it's a full-size screwdriver, so sometimes you can't get it in areas. So let's see what's going on here. Acidic hands, probably. So don't forget, do you want free filament? Enter for your chance to win some. Link in the description. We give away a spool every stream. There's a lot of warping on this part. Or a lot of curling, actually. What's my part fan at? Do I have my part fan cranked up? Yeah, part fan's at 100. We got 479 people here. Make sure, oh man, yeah. Like that smash button. Do the YouTuber thing. Or I'll do the YouTuber thing and put thumbnails with my face going, ah, and put shorts out constantly. Because I guarantee you everyone's spamming the shit out of shorts right now. Contact Linus and ask to test the stubby one. I mean, let's see here. I do have them in my DMs, but no. It's a prototype. We had 500? Cool. Must have been the Bambu folks that were angry I said there was something wrong with their machine. Ugh. I love how like every content creator for the most part jumped on the... Yeah, the Bambu's community is like really toxic. Holy shit. Not saying everyone, but this is the Facebook group. Oh my god. Poor, who was it? Who was it that, oh man. Who was it? 3D Musketeer. He had so many issues with his machine. He got lemon. Is this high enough? There we go. Alt LTT bottles fade? Okay. Yeah, talked about shorts. So, okay, here's the thing with shorts. they drive people to sub to your channel and they give you a lot of views. But does that convert to anything worthwhile on your end? Because here's the thing, a lot of people that watch short form content, they don't go to creator pages. They just sit there on the homepage and just whatever the algorithm feeds them comes up. So yeah, they might like your video, they might watch your video, they might even sub to your channel, but are they actually coming back to watch your stuff? Because shorts don't pay shit. Unnecessary inventions, okay? Unnecessary. Yeah, let me. I love when people do that. I love when creators are open about disclosure. And if you ask me anything about my channel, except for fine details, I'm open about talking about anything. I have no problem talking about it. But he put out a tweet today. So in all of January, off shorts, he made $252 on YouTube. That's with 102 million shorts views. I don't have that many. Now, shorts are properly monetized. So before you had to get paid through the creator fund, it was stupid because as more people made shorts, you made less money. February so far, with 6.5 million views, he's made 255 bucks. So 6.5 million views, 255 bucks. I have a video with 60,000 views that has made more than this. Now, granted, my videos take a long time to get views. I don't pop off. I don't have any videos that go viral or anything. But still, you have to watch. You have to get a lot of short views to make money. Holy shit! Can I make a link tree? Oh yeah, ad rates in January always suck. December. Ooh, December is where it's at. I screwed up. I should have started my year of doing a weekly video in December. It works for me because I live stream. Live streaming is the cheat sheet. I've talked about this with other creators. ROI on live streaming is insane because you have awesome members of the community who support you directly. So it allows you to get by with a smaller community than larger channels. But two, people just watch my live stream in the background after the fact. That's a 3-hour live stream with ads on it. And people just leave it on. And then it auto plays into another one. So the revenue per mile on live stream is insane compared to videos. So it actually does work out quite well for smaller channels. So on OBS settings allow you to record both normal and short format. The problem is I don't really take clips from my live streams. My live streams don't really. Okay, Harris Heller, good guy. I've watched a ton of his videos, but everything that, and this is a problem with not just him. Everything that pretty much, if you look how to be a live streamer, 95% of things are based around. You're sitting at a desk playing Call of Duty, or you're sitting at a desk playing Apex Legends, or you're sitting at a desk playing Valorant. Okay, it's designed around gaming, live streaming. I don't do that. I 3D print and we do tech projects on this channel. So pretty much all the guides are based around, clips of action and whatnot. Where for me it's like, ooh, I had a spicy take about a printer. Oh no, I'm not gonna clip that, it'll get more drama. Euro TV dinner fund, $5, cheers. Hot tub 3D printing. Gotta wait for it to get warm out. Make shorts of your rants. The thing is, I don't like making shorts of the rants. Because the rants aren't, I don't really view them as rants, although I call them rants sometimes. They're for the people that are here right now. Because you lose a lot of context when you clip stuff. You lose the lead into it. You lose the discussion afterwards with the audience and the feedback. You lose a lot of that. If I were to take the Bambu, what happened with the Bambu? That was a 3-hour live stream where we were finding stuff out along the way. Okay, that was an adventure. If I were to take that and shorten that down to a 1-minute video, yeah, I'd probably get a shit ton of views because it's clickbaity AF. But you lose a lot of the context, and I don't like doing that. So. Now, I will say, In the future, I will be doing shorts, but the shorts will be the videos. So basically, a short will come out, and there's a way you can push shorts that don't push them to people's subscription feed. So you won't get them pushed to your subscription feed if it's reused content. It just gets pushed out into the algorithm, so you don't get it fed to your feed and spam you. But the plan is basically what you do is you put a video out, and then a week or so later, you do a short of that video that advertises that video. So like, I would put a video out about how I built this little Odonata now in a minute, and then I would go, hey, if you want to watch the full vid, link back to the full vid. So you get the short that gets the views, you get to double dip on your content, basically. Your rants are too long for shorts. Exactly. Do dance videos. No. Sarkon is too good for shorts, maybe in pants. You're in the bikini. What do you think they no. Apron only, man. Apron only. So yeah, like I think there is some stuff. The problem is I would have to scrub. Like, here's the thing: when I finish a 3-hour stream or sometimes a 5-hour stream, the last thing I want to do. Ooh. Okay, here's a good example of why tap. This print is curling like mad, and the toolhead's just jumping over it. Like, this is curling like mad. Watch the toolhead jump over it. I don't want to go back and watch a 3-hour stream to pull out a clip after. So watch this, watch this. Look at it jump in the back there because it's going over the hump. So I think this is a bad model for this kind of support because that back, like, let's see, what's going on here? What's going on here? Yeah, it's this right here. This is curling like mad. Who is that? Nice, nice, nice. Nice 3DP, $2. Cheers, because we enjoyed watching every time in the streams. Cheers. And Thunderkeys, thank you for becoming a member. Ethan on the Pi Zero as a short. Here's the thing. There's a channel on the Discord. Okay, let me pull up the Discord here. Okay. So there is a channel on the Discord called Nero 3D Live Streams, okay, and video discussion. If you guys want to clip stuff, because you can clip stuff during the live stream. If you think something's funny, if you want to clip it and post it on here while it's streaming, and then we can, like, if I can go back later and pull it out and make a short or something. Do it. Join the Discord. Trying to get the Discord more bumping, as the U's would say. Non-planar printing. Eh. High-speed fan. Yeah, the fan on here I don't think is that good of a fan. It was just whatever fan that I could grab off my shelf that still worked after the one that came with it died. Have mods pick up the clips. I don't even think we have a mod in here right now. Sanity, are you here? I don't think the Stream Elements bot can pull out clips. But anyone could clip something on YouTube. If it gets triggered during a print. Well, here's the thing. I want this to happen because it's not failing the print. Imagine if I was jamming into this right now. No, the problem is it's not going to push that lip down if it's too big. That's the problem. Non-planar printing. Yeah, there you go. Although I think it did cause a layer shift. Yeah, we got a layer shift. Yeah, it shifted. Ah, oh well. Yeah, it shifted. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. Crystal, here's a tuning for Timmy's. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight. What am I doing for dinner tonight? Okay, so pause. Yeah, it layer shifted. I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna run it at 50% speed and just let it, but yeah, you can see what happened here. Yeah. It was actually starting to recover before it layer shifted. Yeah. Yeah, you can see, look at that back. Look at that overhang. Holy sh... You know what? I'm gonna paint some more support on this. Spaghetti! Okay, so how do I paint support? How do I paint support? Support. I want to paint a big brush right down there. How was the front? Is the front okay? The front can use a little bit more. There we go. Okay, slice now. I'm surprised. Well, I'm trying to let organics do its thing, right? There we go. Actually, no, let's not on everywhere. Where do you want the support? Everywhere. I hit the wrong button there. I ruined the joke by not hitting the right button. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, let's PID tune this hot end too. 475 viewers. Okay, so here's the thing, okay, about the likes. Now, I'm not saying it does, but every stream we give away a spool of filament. And if you're a friend of the channel, you know that. If you're not, like the smash button. Don't forget to subscribe. But if you like that smash button, it could potentially affect the odds of you winning that filament. Now, I can't say for sure if that's a real thing, but, you know, stranger things have happened, right? The universe is a magical place, and you never know what's going on. So, why risk it? Is it worth it? Probably not, but you never know. PID calibrate heater. Okay, let's recalibrate this stupid heater. 220. Move that up. Okay. PID tune the heater. Fun thing with Clipper, it ignores the first loop of PID tune, so you don't have to wait for it to cool down the room temperature to PID tune it. Let's turn my part fan on. 240. There you go. Okay. You like the smash? Well, that's the important one, right? That's the important one. Why did I shit on weave displays and now is... When did I shit on weave displays? Also, oh my god, internet. Making a joke about something or calling out a defect is not shitting on something. Oh my god. Not everything is black and white. You can, oh my god. Like, I swear, internet culture nowadays is so weird. I blame TikTok and I blame Facebook. It has ruined any nuance there was to, you know, having fun on the internet. Everyone takes stuff too personal. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's the thing. Like, I just don't understand it. Captain, I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, I don't understand some of the stances people have. It's like why I can't see kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, you hit that age and you just don't understand it anymore. Oh, that's a reason to be outraged. And YouTube Shorts. Yeah, but here's the thing. I make some pennies off YouTube Shorts now, so I can't be too mad about it. Everyone assumes you're meaning bad. I know it's the worst about the Bambu folks, honestly, because they get so defensive when I say one thing I don't like about the printer. Well, the previous sentence I'm saying go buy a P1P. It's like just black and white with so many people. Never been on TikTok. I made a TikTok, okay, because I'm a content creator, right? It's an avenue for views. I created a TikTok. I have TikToks with over 1 million views. I didn't make a damn cent. Why would I keep doing TikToks? It didn't lead anyone to my YouTube channel, and I didn't make any money off of it because I'm Canadian. I don't get money. So I stopped doing it because it literally was a waste of time for me. By the band, yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I use it all the time. I was printing with it yesterday. It's a good machine. It has downsides. But again, nothing is perfect, and if you think it is, you're wrong. If you just want to print. Yeah. If you're looking for a machine that you just take out of the box and print with and you don't want to fiddle with anything, it's fine. As long as you're not printing in your bedroom or anywhere in the house where people live. Because it's too loud. They bring you down to their level and drag you with experience. Yep. There we go. Okay, so hopefully the hot end's a little better now. Detached garage. Bambu Facebook thinks I'm wrong. Oh, don't tell me. Here's the thing. I'm not on Facebook, so I can't see what they're doing on that Facebook group. But it's. Here's the thing too. There's like no overlap in audience, like, so it doesn't really affect me at the end of the day. So. Oh, everyone, look! Look! Huh! Huh! Oh my God! See, we're doing so good. Look, YouTube is here. YouTube is here. YouTube's in chat. Everyone say hi, YouTube. Everyone say hi, YouTube. YouTube is here. Oh, you're not the real YouTube. You're not the real YouTube. I went to your channel and you didn't have all the videos that are on YouTube. Dang it. I thought you were the real YouTube. Lie. You sit upon a throne of lies. What's going on? Tornado took out one of the plastic suppliers in Texas, so now we are shipping 40,000 metric tons of plastics from Japan. That's cool. I pointed them to the PPE policy and asked if they wanted ear protection and lessons they were on. Yeah. Here's another thing. It's got always on internet access. It's a security risk. Like, Bambus will never be in. I don't think Bambus will, in their current state, will ever have a big presence in any big company and or school, because they're too much. I think there's too much of a security risk. They have a camera in it and always connected internet that you you can't disable the internet. A lot of times it's not so much the ability to control it. A lot of the time they require that you have the ability to disable the internet with some companies, and it's got a camera in it and it's got always on internet that you can't physically disable, I believe. Can you disable it? It might require hardware, but network. No, you can't turn. Okay, I was wrong. You can turn the LAN off through the software, but there's no hardware disconnect. But so, like, I have talked about people that deal with government sales or printer sales to government and business. That is a thing that companies and the government look at. So that is a thing. No, don't see, Mike 40. I'm not going to approve that comment because you're grouping people together. It's not all black and white. Okay, I've talked to plenty of people from overseas that, you know, why you may disagree with the way the government is or some of the companies are, the person themselves is a good person. Like, we like Jason, we like LDO. Guess where they're from? So don't group people all under one. Don't. You're better than that. U.S. government only buys domestic stuff. I know, it's amazing how Prusa can now sell to the U.S. government and educational facilities and government or companies in the U.S. that get government grants. It's like a whole new market opened for them. Hardware disconnect, unplug, turn the router off. Yeah, but the Wi-Fi module is built into the printer. That's the thing. Yeah, like Naomi, believe me, I've disagreed with her in the past. I've been the subject of a broadside from her on Twitter. It's not fun. But there are things that I agree with her with, and you know, we've had amicable tweets at each other on the internet. It's okay. Some things I don't like, some things I like. It's like everything. Pull Buddy's nerfect. Printed solid smart. Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing. They're not dumb, okay? Prusa knows that the market for their printers in their current state is shrinking. It makes sense, okay? Their printers haven't gone down in price, and the cheap shit is no longer cheap shit. It's still cheap, but it's no longer shit. Look at an SV06. So at their current price range, you have Bambu knocking on their door with same or near price with more capabilities, and on the lower end, you've got Creality nipping at their heels and other people coming out with as good machines for a lower price. So yes, they're smart. Hey, let's come out with a higher price machine that is extremely more capable, a tool changer, and let's start looking at government sales and education sales. You can only saturate a market for so long before you need a bigger market, and they've done that now. They have, you know, with their printed solid purchase, that's a business decision. That's a big brain thing. So the balloon over the US. Here's the thing with the balloon, okay? Put it this way. The risk of it getting kablooied by American expensive taxpayer fighter plane and it landing on somebody, the US government deems that a bigger risk than whatever it could learn, which means it can't learn anything that the US worries about. Ergo, it's not really a deal, other than the fact that it's a balloon floating through, you know, not approved airspace. So in that regard, yes, it's bad. But in terms of it, like, oh, it's going to steal all the secrets. No, the US don't care. They're like, what the hell is it going to? We know. I guarantee you, they know everything about that thing. Just need some monkeys from the Bloons game to take it out. Balloon bad. Here's the thing. It's like anytime they come out with something, it's like, oh my God, they do it. It's like the US sent balloons over the Soviet Union for decades. This is not anything new. This is stuff the US was doing 50 years ago. Plus, you know, satellites are a thing. So it's like, yeah, it is a thing. It's a news thing, but it's like, it just seemed like news was freaking out. I was like, no, it's literally a non-issue. So, like, yeah, it's, you know, a foreign aircraft has violated airspace. Okay. If they wanted to blow it up, they could, but if it hits somebody, they'd rather that they view it landing on some random person in the middle of Montana a bigger risk than anything that thing could potentially learn. So what do you think? Do you really think they're worried about it? Yep, wrong button. That's the right button. Drone up with a claw. You can't. It's way too. What was it? It's like 60,000 feet up or something like that. It's way too high to go up with traditional aircraft. Yeah, we had an open skies agreement with. Yeah. Well, satellites. SR-71. The SR-71 does not have armament and it's retired. I think a U-2 can go up that high, but I don't think again, U-2's not armed, and you're not going to fly a plane into it. Weather balloons. Oh, I'm not talking about weather balloons. The U.S. actually sent like spy balloons over the Soviet Union for decades. Like that's how they did it before spy planes. They would send a balloon up so high, it's nothing. So you can't pick it up. It's not emitting heat. It's got no radio signature. It's a balloon. So you don't see it unless you see it. And you just wait for it to drift over, and then it pops, and then it activates a radio beacon, and then you go and you develop the film of the pictures it took. Like that's basically it. Yeah, they said fighter planes have pointy tips to pop balloons. Yeah. Yeah, you can navigate them too, because depending, if you know the air currents in which direction the air is moving, because wind moves in different directions at different altitudes, you can actually steer them around because by changing the altitude and getting it to go into different airstreams. But yeah, basically you just let it do its thing, take a few pictures, and then it floats on and nobody cares. What orange filament? It's Prusament. It's Prusament ASA. Overhead pictures, yeah. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're getting more information out of TikTok than they are whatever that balloon can figure out. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Some private on a base filming a TikTok in the gym is probably leaking more information than that balloon is ever going to figure out. Let's be honest here. Was it the they figured out the Americans had a base in, was it Oman or Saudi Arabia or something, because soldiers were downloading a fitness app that when they did a workout it tracked their runs by a GPS, and all of a sudden you had this blip on this app because the app would like tie to the website. And the website, you could see where people were working out, and all of a sudden there's a hot spot in the middle of the desert in the Middle East where there's nothing, and people are like, oh, well, there's a military base there. Oh, you'd be surprised. Intelligence, like the what is it, SIGINT, HUMINT? What are the other intelligence agent, like types of intelligence gathering? But like, I remember years ago, this was like 2012, 2011, no, even that, or like 2009, 2010. I remember we did a military exercise in Alberta, and at the end of the X, like they had a big end X, like after X report or whatever, and one of the things they had was like, this is all the information people from outside of the exercise learned about it from you guys posting on like Facebook and MySpace and whatnot, because they just kept track of like people in the area posting on social media with their phone. This is back like when we had Blackberries, like before smartphones were a thing, and it was surprising how much information they still gleaned off the internet from people posting on social media back then. So imagine now. Did I get my own? I haven't got a conspiracy apron yet. I put that on the store for the folks that enjoy the joke, because if I wore one, it would probably cause a shit show, and I don't want to. Op 4 red team is pretty common. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at what, you know. What is the actual term though for like OPSEC? That's it, OPSEC. So yeah, Operation Security. Now they have AI. Oh my God. Did you see? Okay. Oh, I don't have it on this computer. I don't think I have it on this computer. One second here. I think I posted it on the memes page. Yeah. Okay. So what you do. Okay, this has a lot of swear. Okay, I can't play it because it has a lot of swearing. So what you do, you've got AIs now, right? You got AIs that fake people. You got AIs that write speeches, and then you have voice AIs. So what you do is you could tell ChatGPT to create a script for something, and then take a known person with an actual voice and have them read it, and then make it all automated. And it's freaky how good it is. I would play the one that's okay. So you know the missile. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. By knowing where it isn't, it knows where it is. And by minusing or subtracting where it is from where it isn't, it knows where it is. Somebody mixed that with the Marine or the Navy SEAL copy pasta, and then recreate it with the original voice from the missile. I'm just gonna play it. It's not safe for work, so if little kiddies, please plug your ears. But I think it's super funny, so I'm just gonna play it. Let me mute it here. But this is 100%, other than the prompt saying generate this is 100% not, like, humans haven't made it. Like, this is 100% AI. So 1 second here. Non-credible defense. That it would be extremely credible of me to not be on that website. Okay, so let me mute the music. Okay, and oh wait, no, not this one. Did I download the wrong one? I downloaded the wrong one. Yeah, here we go. There we go.
Just fucking say about the missile, you little bitch. I'll have you know the missile knows where it is at all times, and the missile has been involved in obtaining numerous differences or deviations, and has over 300 confirmed corrective commands. The missile is trained in driving the missile from a position where it is, and is the top of arriving at a position where it wasn't. You are nothing to the missile but just another position. The missile will arrive at your position with precision the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth. Mark my fucking word.
Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole thing because there's a lot of swearing in it, but it's on. Go on the subreddit or go on the Discord. It's in the memes and gifs. There's also a Sunday night football / World War II meme there. So yeah, but that's all AI. Like, that's all AI. So you can just take a prompt, have an AI write an entire script, have whatever character you want, just fully voice it, and then just go. So think about it. You could take a character's voice from, like, a video game and create a mod for that game, have it all scripted out by AI, and have the character from the game just, there you go. So if you're modding a game now, you could have the characters from the game, like, in the game, just voicing all the mod text. Or, like, you could, like, if a character is replaced on a show or a video game, you could just have the old character voice it and just feed it the lines. Like, there's a channel on Twitch right now that is Seinfeld. All it is AI chatbots creating Seinfeld scripts being voiced by AI characters with AI animation. It's just all AI, and it's Seinfeld. But let's be honest, Seinfeld was about nothing, so it's the same thing. It's scary, like, how quickly this caught up on us. And the thing is, it's nowhere near perfect, but it's getting there. So that's the thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be better than a human, and it's getting real close. Like, I think ChatGPT, you could tell it to spit out Clipper commands, like set up a Clipper config. It's getting really, really funky out there. But you know what else is funky? Winning filament from Polymaker, because in 1 minute we're going to do a giveaway. So enter for your chance in the link below. Better Star Wars scripts. Hey, apparently Andor was good. I gotta watch Andor. Why would you want to generate the voice of Nolan North? He's in everything. Andor was good. Okay, I gotta finish watching. I gotta finish watching Spy Family first. With a pen tool and had AI physically write their essay. I saw that. The amount of people that have been writing essays and scripts with ChatGPT over the last little while is astounding. Like, I gave it a prompt to write an intro for one of my videos, and it was scary how good it was. I didn't end up using it, but it's scary. Heinz? No, Heinz, no. There's enough drama. I've already lost one of the streamers I liked watching because he got horny on main and opened a wrong tab. So AI when it comes to mimicking humans in that situation is a big no-no. That is a big no-no. I understand why Zucker, Muskie, and Hawking are warning about. Yeah, Oh, it's nuts. It's going to be nuts in a couple of years. Because here's the thing. You won't be able... There has already been cases where people are faking people's voices and having them say things that you can't tell that it's not really them. Like, it's nuts. Like, it's going to get really sketchy. Because you could have, you know, a person that everyone likes come out and say something. But they didn't say it. It was AI generated. But it's just a voice clip. Oh, they said this to me on Discord or something. And you have no way to defend yourself. Because it's... You know, unless something comes out that can analyze it, but like, and of course it's the internet. So the moment, you know, somebody says something bad about you, you're done. So, do I watch Quarter Crew? I do watch Quarter Crew, yeah. Running for your holodeck. Oh, gee, well, I'm a content creator who puts out 9 hours of footage a week. I'm keenly aware of the potential repercussions and effects this kind of thing can potentially have. Yeah. See, the thing is, though, with face AI and deepfakes, they have issues with beards and the face, and they can never blend it right. So this is, you know, this is a defense mechanism here. That and the lighting with the hat. See, for proper deepfakes, if you ever watch deepfakes, good deepfakes, they're always looking straight on and they have even lighting on the face. Blocks facial recognition. The problem is, you know, why wear a shirt that blocks facial recognition when you can get yourself a crimping ain't easy shirt off the Only Benchy store, link in the description. You can also get this cool hat there. That's the problem with trying to advertise your shirts when you wear an apron on the stream. Get an Ultimaker yet? I have not. I have not found one yet. Every now and then somebody reaches out to me and they say they might have one, but it's either an already assembled one or it's they found it for sale in a country where it's like $300 to get it shipped here. So for those that don't know, you know how I have the Voron 1.0 that we're going to be dragging, kicking, and screaming into the modern future or modern age. Another project, and this has been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, is get my hands on an original Ultimaker. Okay, the original Ultimaker. Okay, the original or the Plus, right? But basically the wooden one. Okay, unassembled, preferably still in the box. Okay, and the goal is to build it, see how it is, see how the first real big, you know, one of the first mainstream printers that ever exist that you could build at home, how it compares to modern printers, and then see what it takes to actually bring it up to modern standards, and see how, you know, if we slap Clipper on that bitch and run an input shaper and put a Revo in it with a decent extruder, can it perform? That kind of thing. So the problem is trying to find an original Ultimaker. So I've tried reaching out to a few different companies. Either they haven't responded or they just said flat out no. One company did say, hey, we'll sell you one for $9.99, and I'm like, my brother in Christ, it's a 10-year-old wooden Ultimaker. It is not worth $9.99. But speaking of $9.99, can somebody give me a number between 1 and 9 so I can do this draw, so I can go make dinner? $5, that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, some computer algorithm knows. Oops, wrong window. So they did, just to let you know, if you live in Canada, the US, maybe Mexico too, they did change the rules or the prize distribution. You still get a spool of filament, but basically if you're in Canada, you'll see when you fill out the form if you win, or when Fleming will see it here. Congratulations, Fleming. Golf claps in chat. But basically now, if you're in, I think it's Canada, the US, and you win the Polymaker prize, instead of just getting a spool of filament, you just get a gift certificate to allow you to buy a spool of filament, including shipping off the website. So they're just changing it up so they don't have to individually ship out filament. And it just, I don't know. They're making it easier on themselves, which I don't blame. So you still win a spool of filament, just the process is different. So just so you're aware. Yeah, let me slow this down. Let's slow this down so we're not dealing with the curling as much. Let's go down to 68% because funny number. Okay, so we're gonna end it there. Hope you had fun today. This is just a print and chill stream. I had nothing big planned, just unboxing the RatRig. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, same bat time, same bat channel. We start the V02 build. So we got a V02, we're gonna be building it. Pretty much somewhat self-sourced, somewhat LDO upgrade kit. Just kind of bashing it together. So we'll start that build tomorrow. Yeah, hope you had fun. It's the weekend. Go have some fun out there. Be safe. Wash your hands. Oh, why did I end that? You can tell I'm hungry because I did the outro before I did the other stuff. So for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible, because YouTube Shorts don't pay shit. And shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we gave away, because we give away a spool every filament. So if you want to check out Polymaker and more, links in the description as well. So we're gonna call it there. Be safe out there, wash your hands, enjoy your weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.